If you're an optician or you own an optical practice, you've probably been told more times than you can count that you need to be on social media. And maybe you've tried posting before. You put up a few photos of frames, maybe a promotion here or there, and it didn't really lead to anything. Meanwhile, you're seeing competitors show up in your feed, getting comments, getting shares, and you're wondering what they are doing differently. But the reality is, it's not that social media doesn't work for opticians. It's that most practices aren't using it in a way that actually drives results. We've worked with hundreds of eye care practices across multiple markets, and we've seen what actually moves the needle when it comes to social media. So in this video, I'll walk you through what's working now and how you can start turning your social media into a real source of new patients. Why social media matters. So let's start with why social media actually matters for your practice. Your patients are already looking you up online before they decide to book. In fact, recent data from Porch Group Media shows that billions of people are using social media, and a significant portion rely on it to research businesses before making a decision. So before someone books an eye exam or walks into your store, there's a good chance they've already looked you up online and on social media. And what makes this even more important is that 71% of people say they're more likely to book a service or make a purchase based on a social media referral. That means when somebody sees their friend comment on your post or share your content, it goes a long way. So social media isn't just about selling frames or promoting eye exams. It's about building familiarity and trust before a patient ever walks through your door. When patients see you showing up consistently online, they're more likely to remember you, recommend you to their friends, and come back for their next appointment. Think of your social media as a window to your practice. It gives people a feel for who you are, how you work, and why they should choose you over a larger chain. What content actually works? Now, let's talk about what content actually works. From what we've seen, the practices that do well on social media tend to balance their content across 4 key areas. First, educational content. This includes things like quick eye care tips or myth-busting posts. For example, explaining the 20-20-20 rule or showing how to properly clean your glasses. These kind of posts work well because they're helpful and they show your patients that you actually care about their well-being. Second, practice updates. This could be showing off new frame arrivals or giving people a behind-the-scenes look at your store. You could film a quick unboxing of a new collection that's just come in, or do a short tour of your practice, showing some of the equipment you use. It helps people feel familiar with your practice before they've even visited. Third, patient stories and testimonials. Even something simple like sharing a review alongside a photo of some new glasses can be very effective. If possible, encourage your patients to tag your practice when they share their own photos. That kind of organic content carries a lot of weight. And finally, there's community involvement. Posts about local events or causes that you support. Maybe you're sponsoring a local sports team, or you've donated to a charity, or you're taking part in something like Children's Eye Health Month. This kind of content shows that you're part of the community, not just a business trying to sell glasses. The key is variety. Some posts work better as short videos, others as photos or carousels. We've seen that content like competitions, charity events, and new eyewear collections tend to get a lot of engagement. Something as simple as a meet the team post can go a long way. It humanizes your practice and helps patients connect with the people behind the care. And one important point, authenticity matters more than perfection. If something feels overly polished or too promotional, people tend to scroll past. Now, if you're not sure how your practice is performing online, it can be helpful to get an outside perspective. At OptiCommerce, we offer a free digital audit where we review your social media, your website, and your overall online visibility, and highlight areas for improvement. And if that's something you'd find useful, you can access it through the link in the description. But let's keep going. All right, let's talk about the biggest opportunity right now, which is short-form video. Video content is currently the most engaging format online. And if you need proof, just look at the difference in the reach. Vitico found that Instagram Reels are getting about 30% reach compared to just 13% for regular image posts. That's more than double. Now, the good news is you don't need expensive production to make this work. Short clips filmed on your phone with natural light can perform just as well as professional footage. What matters is the content is useful or interesting to watch. So for example, you could film a 30-second video showing how to clean your glasses properly, or explaining the difference between two types of lenses. That kind of content educates your audience and builds trust at the same time. Or you could go behind the scenes and unbox a new frame collection, or do a quick time lapse of a lens being edged. People love seeing behind the scenes of what goes into the work, as it's the kind of stuff they never normally get to see. Instagram versus TikTok. But when it comes to posting your short-form content, should you be on Instagram or TikTok? Let me break down the differences. Each platform has a different audience. Instagram is still really popular with people under 35. Sprout Social found the biggest group there is 18 to 24-year-olds, making up 32% of users. But TikTok actually has a slightly older demographic, as the largest age group is now 25 to 34 at over 35%. In terms of content style, Instagram Reels work well for more polished stuff. Think new frame showcases, expert lens tips, and that kind of thing. TikTok is better suited for content that feels more candid and authentic, and clips that tap into trends tend to do well there. My recommendation is to use both platforms together. You can often repurpose the same content between them with just minor tweaks to the hook, the music, or the captions. The key is matching your tone to the platform while keeping your core message consistent. That said, you don't need to be everywhere. Focus on one or two platforms where your audience is most active and do those well. Turn views into bookings. Now let's talk about turning those views into actual bookings, because that's what really matters. You need to make it as easy as possible for viewers to take action. Because if somebody watches your video and they're interested, but they can't figure out how to book in or get in touch, you've lost them. On Instagram, use features like the Book Now button and link stickers and stories to guide people directly to your booking page. This allows people to directly book an appointment from your profile. On TikTok, where you have a single link in your bio, that link should go to a clear, action-focused page, ideally your bookings page. And here's a small thing that makes a big difference. When you're doing try-on clips, put the frame model and the price right on the screen. People want to know exactly what they're looking at without having to ask. Then pin a comment at the top with a clear call to action, something like "book today" or "message us to try this frame on in store." It just removes that extra step and makes it obvious what they should do next. The simpler you make the journey from interest to action, the better your results will be. Consistency over perfection. Finally, let's talk about consistency, because this is where a lot of practices fall short. The truth is, consistency beats perfection every time. Aim for 2 to 3 posts per week using a content calendar. If you can batch 1 hour and record 6 to 8 clips, you can schedule those out over time and not have to think about content every single day. Try to plan your content at least a month ahead so you're not scrambling for ideas at the last minute. Also, engaging consistently is just as important as posting. You should reply to comments and direct messages within 24 hours if you can. And treat those comments as public conversations that are building trust with potential patients. For example, when somebody asks about a lens coating or whether you have a certain frame in stock, a quick and helpful response can turn a follower into a patient. If you'd like a clearer picture of how your practice is performing online and whether there are opportunities to improve, you can request a free digital audit through the link in the description. We'll review your website, social media, Google presence, and more, and give you a clear action plan you can follow to start growing online. So again, click that link below to get your free audit now. And if you want to see the best SEO strategy for opticians, watch this next video.